In today's show, from the fringes to full-time, Ned McHenry arrives. And life after football, learning to tackle a new career. Hi everyone, I'm Mark Pickley and welcome to the Optus Crows Show as we fly as one in 2021. But first, the number 7 Guernsey has been worn with great distinction by two of the club's most celebrated players, Nigel Smart and Nathan Van Berlo. Now there's growing excitement that Rising Star nominee Riley Thilthorpe will add to the illustrious history of the famous Guernsey.
Almost had it again, right feeds it out, Van Berlo, the captain delivers.
I probably didn't understand when I first came to the club, I guess, the importance of owning the number 7 Guernsey. Obviously previously having been worn by Nigel Smart was, in turn, I learned a huge honour behind Nigel. I got to know him over the years, and then I guess looking back at our club's history now over 30 odd years, to know that it's been worn by 4 players and 4 players only is pretty special.
Thilthorpe over his head, hoping for some magic. He's produced it. The Crows have produced a miracle.
To see Riley now running around in the number 7, I think it's fair to say he'll be wearing it for a fair few years to come. So really excited by what he's going to bring, and it's great to see the number 7 back out there.
Sits it up, Walker won't get it. Thilthorpe does. Wow. The kid is growing with each passing second.
The number 7 Guernsey is something that will always be really special to me, and to see it now being worn out in the ground again is awesome. And not only just being worn, but being owned by Riley Thilthorpe, who's going to be a long-term player for this footy club. He's going to provide, and already has provided, a lot of excitement for our fans. But outside of that, he's just a quality young kid at the moment who's going to grow into a really important member of this footy club for a long period of time. So that's what's really exciting, and I'll always have a close affiliation with the number 7 and anyone who wears it. So lucky to be working with Riley at the moment, and love what I see, what he brings to the club.
If Riley can emulate Smart and Van Berlo, well, there's much to look forward to. Another youngster is fulfilling the promise that he showed when taken as a first-round draft pick in 2018. Ned McHenry had to wait 2 years before he could cement his place in the side by providing strong forward-line pressure. So, what's behind his surge in form, and how does he impact the team's performance?
Play on advantage, and it's through. Unbelievable.
Just enjoying being part of a system that's been pretty competitive this year, and we've been in a lot of games and managed to win some really good games as well. So having a role in that, having a role in that system has been really enjoyable, and obviously just love playing, so it's been good.
The pressure's going up and up and up. Look at that.
A big growth area for me has been my body, and just making sure that I can try and build like a body that's ready to play at AFL and train and do the loads. So for me, a lot of the stuff's been working with some of the guys in rehab and in the strength department as well, like Josh Manning has been awesome for me from a strength perspective, and the 2 Tims in physio have been amazing as well. So just preparing my body and just making sure that I can deal with the loads.
He holds it, he considered it, and he's caught by the Dax. McHenry stripped him. Smith as he kicked it forward. McHenry had to go, and he's fully committed.
The great thing about Nixie is he embraces you as a person and as a footballer, so that's something that in terms of energy has always been kind of natural to me when I play footy. I just enjoy playing, and I find energy somehow just playing, so Nixie's always embraced that and let that kind of just come naturally, and I think my teammates like it too. It is fresh, yeah, and speaking about energy before, there's certainly a lot of that in the forwards group. That's something we pride ourselves on, and bringing energy and bringing our competitiveness and our contests. So yeah, we just try and enjoy it, and we try and play our roles and play for each other, and we try and stay to our system, because we know when we do that, we're in games and we're really competitive. So yeah, as a young group, we're just trying to embrace all the challenges and the stuff that comes to us.
Is it going to cost them another one from everywhere? McHenry! They can't miss!
I really like the commitment Ned brings to the side. Well, last week we hinted that the club's latest recruit would find himself in the hot seat. After the break, we'll see how he handled it. Welcome back. Since arriving in Adelaide a few weeks ago, mid-season draft pick Patrick Parnell has spent a lot of time getting to know his new teammates. We hope they've prepared him for his encounter with our roving reporter, Brodie Smith. With the help of Thomas Farms, let's see how the rookie fared with the veteran.
This week we're joined by Paddy Parnell. Paddy, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Talk us through your year. It's obviously a unique way for you to get to the footy club with the mid-season draft. So talk us through this year and how you got here.
It's definitely not like a traditional way to a footy club, I suppose. Mid-season draft's only new. So I was playing with the Bushies in the NAB League for the first 6 months of this year. And played a few games with Albury as well. Lucky enough to play a bit of good footy and find myself on a list mid-year, which is not normal, I suppose, but I couldn't be happy to be here.
You've only been here obviously a short time, but how have you found the footy club? Is there anything that surprised you and that in the footy club or the AFL system playing SNFL as well?
Footy club's a good place to be, I think. Like, all the boys are looking after me. The boys I'm living with, Ronan O'Connor and Lockie Gallant, have been really good for me. And I was working full-time, like office job in Albury, so to come into a footy club sort of straight away, sort of how good of an insight being a footballer is. And in saying that though, it is hard work. Like some of the days are quite long. That has shocked me a little bit, I suppose. But I couldn't. I've wanted to play footy since I was a kid, so I couldn't be happier.
And Shoaley's obviously got an amazing kick, and I don't know if you know this, but we watched your highlights before you got to the club, and Nixie said you got Shoaley covered, so what do you reckon?
I don't know about that. His left peg's probably better than mine. But
got him on the right side though?
Yeah, I hope so.
Very nice kick of the footy. What about outside of footy? You got any hobbies you've either picked up since you got here or like to do? Obviously we've got a little bit of time off during the week to do some stuff.
Sort of did a little bit of fishing back home, so I think that's something I'll look to do. I'll study at some stage. I think that'll be next year though. Might have a crack at surfing or something like that. I'll see what happens. Yeah.
Nice. Have to get out on Neddy's boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. All right. Thanks for joining us.
Easy. Thanks for having me.
Each week this season, we're reliving a memorable Crows comeback. And back in 2004, there was a big one. Just 4 games after taking over as caretaker coach, Neil Craig and his team suffered the club's worst ever loss, a 23-goal drubbing by Brisbane.
He's looking to share it. McGrath's run on from full-back. Lappin, they're still going, 40 metres out. Oh, they can do what they like.
1 week later, they faced North Melbourne at home and were down at half-time. They then clawed their way back to a narrow victory.
Snaps, and the Crows are in front.
It was a low-scoring game with each team kicking only 5 goals, but the Crows managed 7 more behinds. Of course, Craig would go on to become the club's longest-serving coach. One player who joined the club during Craig's reign was Richard Douglas, and what a wonderful career he had. 246 games over 14 years. Thanks to Optus, Sam Jacobs talks to Dougie about the yes moment in his life when he was taken as pick 16 in the 2005 draft.
Hello Crows fans, I'm here with a very, very popular former teammate, life member, best and fairest winner, Dougie. Your moment started with yes when you got drafted from Victoria to South Australia. How was the transition coming across?
Thanks, Horse. Yeah, no, it was pretty huge as an 18-year-old from Victoria. I was just pretty happy to get an opportunity to play AFL footy, to be honest, and coming to Adelaide was fantastic. I know Mum was pretty upset. She cracked the stars and had a little tear, but once I got over here, it was just amazing, really. To have the calibre of players like McLeod, Goodwin, Rashudo and the like allowed me to fast-track my development pretty quick.
As you said, you came in and you came into a team that had already been successful or in a successful period. How'd you go trying to break in early days with playing alongside those names?
Yeah, it was tough. I pretty much just sat back and watched and learned, to be honest, and don't reckon I said too much for the first year or two, so applied my craft, and as I got more confident, opportunities presented and able to get a game and do some good stuff and cement a spot.
Now, post-career, I know you're still playing at Norwood, but looking back at your playing career, I guess we had a lot of team success, but we weren't able to, quite get there. But being able to play in a few prelims in a grand final, something you're pretty proud of.
Yeah, I think so. Certainly over the last couple of years, when you reflect a little bit more, and I'm sure you do the same now.
Yeah.
You're pretty, I guess, not satisfied, but you certainly look back at it and think, gee, we did pretty well, and we were a good side without reaching the ultimate, as you said. But footy's tough to win premierships. It's certainly really hard, and you've got to be really lucky and do a lot of things right. But I thought we ticked a lot of boxes as a team there for a period of years, but couldn't quite get there.
Well, Dougie, thanks for coming out here back on Amy Stadium.
No worries, mate.
Thanks for sharing your moment at the start of the yes.
Cheers, mate.
Dougie, his consistency over all those years was outstanding. Stay with us. Shortly, we'll meet a young Crow whose sights are already set on the next phase of his life. Most players need to have one eye on a life after football, and Will Hamill sees a future for himself in teaching. He's getting some early experience by contributing to the club's STEM footy program. It encourages Year 7 students to study science, technology, engineering and mathematics by highlighting the connection between those subjects and sport.
Right now, footy's obviously the number one thing I'm kind of focused on, but back of my mind, I've got to think about what I want to do after footy, which I kind of got to figure out, in the next couple of years. So it's nice to get going on that. So doing work experience through STEM is a great taste of what teaching is going to be like. Hopefully, want to get out of football, and it's a really good experience. It's a really cool program because it kind of connects the two of my passions, which is science and football, and might also get some kids who aren't as sciencey into football, or kids who are more sport orientated into science. So I think it's a cool program like that. I think studying will be good because it'll allow me to switch off from football. Yeah, you look at someone like Riley O'Brien, who has a really good balance of footy and university life. I think he's almost finished his degree now, but he's pretty driven, and his time management's pretty elite.
The STEM football program is run jointly with Optus and the Crows Children's Foundation. More details are available on the club website. You can support the club and join the Crows family for just $25 with the new We Flyers 1 Plus membership. You'll receive a $50 Crowmania voucher, exclusive emails, special offers and a 10% discount at Crowmania. Join now at crowsmembership.com.au. Since 2008, Toyota has helped thousands of grassroots footy clubs raise over $7 million with the Toyota Good for Footy raffle. Clubs keep 100% of the proceeds to spend on everything from building upgrades and facilities for women's football through to new balls and Guernseys. Great prizes for clubs and supporters include 3 brand new Toyotas and coaching clinics with AFLW and AFL stars. Let's check in with Smosh West Lakes Football Club on how they've benefited from the Toyota Good for Footy raffle.
Hi, my name's Lisa Russell and I've been a volunteer at this club for roughly 8 years. I've fulfilled a lot of roles within juniors and women's and even the men's football club. In the Toyota Good for Footy raffle, we raised just over $2,000. It's been amazing to have the AFL players come out and be at our club and have everyone from every age group be included in the prize that I guess I won.
I'm Nikki Noble. I play for Smosh Div 1 Reserves at Smosh West Lakes Football Club. The club's really important to the community because we have so many teams that caters for men, women, our junior boys and girls. It also gives a chance for local businesses to get involved to sponsor the club. To me, well, it's another family environment for me. I'm here all the time. We all have a good laugh. It's just a great environment to be involved in.
Clubs can sign up for the Toyota Good for Footy raffle at toyota.com.au. Now, we enjoy giving fans a voice on the show, so next we'll hear memories of a win that was a long time coming. This year, we've heard Crows fans recall their favourite memories, and naturally, many of them feature final success. But thanks to Bendigo Bank, Peter wants to take us back to round 15 last year, when we hadn't won a game all season. He took his 3 nephews to watch the clash with Hawthorn, and we'll let them tell the story of that memorable night.
Gets it inside 50. Great attack. McAdam knocks it down. Stengel, who owes them one. Maybe he owes Fogarty one.
My name's Peter. We've been members about 10 years. This is my nephew Leo. This is Zach, and this is Benji. We're all massive Crows fans. One of our favourite memories would be the first win last year after such a hard year.
One was one inside top of the square. Stengel having a party out there.
It was really hard to keep the faith, but these boys always held strong that, you know, the boys were going to come through and have a win. So going to the Hawthorn game last year was a really special moment.
Slide to Keys, and the pressure builds. Stolen back led. Who else to put the exclamation mark on it?
My favourite part was when Texie kicked the goal.
There is no one out there they love more than Tex. And there's a lot of love in the house for Tex right now.
It felt like a final, just like a wave of emotion really that you know, this new breed of Crows players had come through.
And the drought breaks. First ever win for Matthew Nicks.
When the siren went, it was just a real special feeling around the ground.
First win for 2020 for the Crows, a moment they'll never forget.
And seeing the players so happy about it as well. Oh, it means the world to me personally to know that the new batch of Crows fans are coming through. You know, these boys live and breathe the footy and the Crows, and they've always got a football in their hands, and they're always talking about the boys, so it feels awesome really.
Okay, now's the time to look for a Crow in the crowd. Faces here, faces there, let's settle on you. If you recognise yourself, email faceinthecrowd@afc.com.au with photo ID to claim your prize. And what a prize it is. 2 tickets to Toyota's exclusive Hilux Hill Unbreakable Zone at Adelaide Oval. Terms and conditions apply, so check out our website for details. Each week, Matthew Nicks makes time in his hectic schedule to answer a fan's question. Today, William wants to know what the coach's favourite nickname is amongst the playing group. William and his mates, for instance, like to refer to Billy Frampton as Frappe.
William, great question. We've got a lot of nicknames around the footy club. Probably one of my favourites is a new one. It's just we're trying to get through at the moment, and that's Dragon. Elliot Himmelberg has named himself Dragon. He's pretty keen for us to stick with that. He believes he's a fire-breathing dragon when he plays footy. He has had the nickname Easy in the past. Probably not one you want when you're a professional athlete. We think Dragon fits him and is a much better nickname for him, so hopefully we can let that one stick going forward.
Talking nicknames, hard to go past Graham John Cox, but we'll leave it there. That just about wraps up the Optus Crows Show today. Remember, for all the latest news, go to @TheCrows on Twitter and keep an eye on the club's social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for your company today, and I look forward to joining you again next weekend on 7. Bye for now.